I'm just praying that God shows us what we need, and I'm able to bring my baby home today.
Tonight we continue our coverage on the search for Amir Ellis. Hot Springs police say he was kidnapped in May. Since then, 3 people, including a minor, have been arrested. There's a gag order on the case, which prevents almost all information from being released publicly. Amir's mom, Jessica Ellis, tells THV that she learned what happened to Amir after attending court hearings. She says she's not giving up on finding him. This morning, she held another large search in Perry County, and THV 11's Jalissa Garza was there and brings us the latest.
Not going to stop until I find him. I gotta bring him home.
May 17th was the day Jessica Ellis learned her son Amir Ellis was nowhere to be found. Since then, she's worked day and night to get answers.
I'm a fixer. He knows that.
While it hasn't been easy for Ellis, she's been staying strong as best she can for her son, and community members have been a huge help.
It's very heartwarming. It's overwhelming almost. To know how many people came out today.
The first search took place around the Jessieville area. Today, we're in Perry County. Jessica says the reason, more tips came in.
This one just was more credible.
She says this is the largest search she's put together. People from near and far, like Katrina Pinkston, joining in on the effort.
We came from an hour and a half away. I've been following since I saw the very first post, and it just touched my heart, and I knew I needed to come help as a mom.
Multiple law enforcement agencies and groups like the Quapaw Nation's Department of Emergency Management Canine Search Team bringing resources and support.
They may not get closure, so to speak, because it's a tragic event, but they get answers. And if they can bring their loved one home and put them to rest the right way, then that at least gives them a step forward into finding some more peace.
The amount of hands on deck has Ellis feeling hopeful.
This could be my last search. I'm hoping that this is my last search.
In Perry County, Jalissa Garza, THV 11 News.
Thanks, Jalissa. Now officials are still analyzing anything they learned from today's search. And we'll continue following this story and update you with the latest.
The temperature today at Little Rock Airport soared all the way up to 107 degrees. That shatters the old daily record high of 106 set back in 2000, and this was the hottest day since July 31st, 2012, when we reached 111 degrees. But we are going to be done with heat wave number 6 as early as tomorrow, but certainly you'll notice the change arriving here Monday when you head back to work and school. Temperatures will climb up only into the upper 80s to lower 90s, and also we're going to get rid of some of the humidity. We've had some showers and storms out there that were certainly around for the Salt Bowl, but it did cool things down, so that was the good news. Now things are starting to die out. Just a few showers still dotting landscape in Arkansas County. And if you didn't get any rain out there for today, you got another chance tonight, small chance tomorrow. There's the rainfall according to radar estimates over the past 5 days. Tomorrow's highs will be cooler. Low to mid 90s for highs in central Arkansas, 80s in North Arkansas. I'll talk about how long this heat relief will be sticking around coming up.
All right, hopefully not for too long, Nathan. A lot of people in Central Arkansas braved that heat today at the Salt Bowl at War Memorial Stadium. Sierra, you were at the game. Tell us what happened.
Yeah, well, first off, there was a lightning delay, so an hour delay of that. So everyone was kind of waiting around, seeing what was going to happen. But it's always just such a fun game. All the fans and students there. Yeah, they had themes. It was really great. It's Benton versus Bryant, 2 Saline County rivals just going at it. And of course, I had to leave early, so I didn't get to catch the entire game, but it was pretty close right there at the half. It was 7-6 with Bryant leading. Of course, Bryant has dominated this series, so coming up in sports, we'll give you a little bit more details on how this game went down.
All right, we'll just have to wait for those details. Thank you, Sierra. And with this being the first week of the high school football season, the Whitehall football team took the field last night with heavy hearts. Their coach, who was a Hog great, dying months ago, and a teammate dying not long before that. Ashley Godwin spoke with the interim head coach before their 43-19 win over Sheridan. But the game was about so much more than the score.
And these kids have been through more adversity in the past 3 months than most 15, 16-year-old, 7-year-old kids need to go through.
The Whitehall Bulldogs are headed back to the football field, but not without heartache. In May, senior Ben Reddix was accidentally shot and killed just days before his graduation.
To not have a kid like Ben and just knowing that he may show up with a smile and say, hey, coach, good luck tonight, or I got you. That was his saying, I got you. You go get it, knowing that he's not going to be here hurt.
Then at the end of June, Whitehall head football coach and Razorback legend Ryan Mallett died after drowning in Florida.
He brought that extra juice with him. He had extra energy.
The team is now honoring them.
And a big warm welcome for Miss Debbie Mallett, mother of Coach Mallett.
Whitehall and Sheridan together to retire the 270 Classic trophy and present to Mallett's mother. This rivalry game was the first win for Ryan Mallett last year as head coach. And Coach Mitchell is retiring the number 5 for Ben.
As long as I'm here, there will be nobody that wears number 5 again. I mean, the jersey's hanging in there in his locker right now. Nobody's going to use his locker.
And all the players' helmets will have 2 stickers honoring Ben and Ryan. One with the hashtag Mallett created Be a Dog and his initials RM. Then on the back, Ben's number 5 on every helmet.
When I look at my teammate and I see his helmet, that's what we're representing. I know, hey, I need to step it up for these guys on the side of my helmet and the back of my helmet.
A banner honoring them both is also hanging as people walk into the stadium.
I want them to go out and be kids and leave and to know that Coach Mallett and Ben are watching us and they're there with us. But to go out there and be a kid and play the game that they grew up playing.
Tonight, 3 police officers are on administrative leave after fatally shooting a suspect who barricaded himself inside a post office. It all happened near Pershing Boulevard and Main Street. Police say U.S. Marshals were searching for a man wanted for shooting at a bail bondsman Monday, among other outstanding warrants. The man then went into the North Little Rock post office Friday and then barricaded himself and workers inside. Everyone was able to get out safely, but police say the situation escalated quickly.
The suspect suffered injury during the shooting, and officers immediately attempted life-saving measures. However, the attempts were unsuccessful.
As of now, the suspect's name has not been released. Neither have the officers involved. This situation is still under investigation. A man in Conway is behind bars after charges of possessing child sex abuse material. Alexander Hicks has been taken into custody. A search warrant was issued yesterday at the Centerstone Apartments on South Donahue. There, police collected an electronic device from Hicks and took him into custody. Conway police also announcing a new role today dedicated to crimes like this. The new role will investigate child exploitation, online grooming, and any other internet-related crimes targeting children. Tonight, 3 people were killed in a shooting in Florida at a Dollar General. Police say there's evidence that the attack was racially motivated. It happened just after 1 p.m. this afternoon in the city of Jacksonville. The shooter entered the store wearing a tactical vest and a mask, carrying a Glock and AR-15 rifle with swastikas on them. All 3 victims in the shooting were black. The police say after killing the others, the shooter killed himself.
This is a dark day in Jacksonville's history. Any loss of life is tragic, but the hate that motivated the shooter's killing spree adds an additional layer of heartbreak. There's no place for hate in our community, and this is not Jacksonville.
Police have not released the names of any of the victims or the shooters. Detectives are investigating the attack to try and understand why it happened. Former President Donald Trump is turning his surrender at the Fulton County Jail in Georgia into a fundraising opportunity, selling merchandise showcasing his mugshot taken after he surrendered at that county jail on Thursday. Shoppers were split on buying the new t-shirts.
I think it's funny, the second I saw that mugshot came out, I knew that the t-shirt presses were going to be going crazy, because it's funny, like it's crazy.
Not that I hold up the presidency to some level, but it seemed like a degradation of our institutions.
Arraignments for the 19 defendants in Georgia will start next month, and the district attorney wants an October trial date. A hearing is scheduled for Monday on former White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows filing to move his case to federal court.